all voters must show photo, voter ID. How simple is that? Could I have your photo, please? Photo, voter ID. All voters must provide proof of citizenship. Are you a citizen of our country, please? And hopefully there will be no corrupt mail-in ballots, which if you watched California and so many other places, mail-in ballots are inherently corrupt. So you would have no mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military deployment, or travel if you're going away on business or vacation. These reforms are urgently needed to stop the vulnerabilities that I've mentioned. To all Americans, I ask you to pick up your phone tomorrow, call your representatives in the House and Senate, and demand that they pass the Save America Act without delay. Together we will restore faith and confidence in our country, and we will be bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. Thank you. God bless you. God bless our great military. And God bless America. Thank you very much.
God bless America. Thank God. It's over. Oof, that was long. God bless the USA. I can't sing. Well, it is what it is. Thank you for joining. That's what he said. I thought it was going to be something more than that. Honestly. I'm a little bit disappointed. Because like all the elections and all this stuff is a little bit boring. Like we're trying to get, we Americans. Like we gotta be entertained. We gotta be entertained. Botrix hate me. Oh my goodness. He don't ever be talking about shit. But like, yes, all this is cool, but it's like, that's given the fact that this is actually all true. Like that we actually go to vote and it's actually like working like this. I know that everybody has to feel the same way. That it's all just for show. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't it's nothing in my mind that I can try to convince myself that, oh yeah, actually that's 100%. We're going to vote, we're choosing who's going to be the president, and that's why we're at. That's why we are where we at, in this life. Because like left and right, it don't really matter. Like I was doing the other day, yesterday I was doing like, am I left or am I right? Leaning politically. And it was like more, even though it was like, it was almost the same, It was just like overweighing to the right side by like 1 point, and the one side of me want to believe that this is what's going on. This is true. It's cool. Like I'm an American. I respect how America like is being set up and ran. Not without its own bullshit. Okay, it's corruption and all this other crap is everywhere. But like in general, I respect that. But at the same time, no matter if I'm from Russia and I live in America now, anywhere, who the fuck knows? What the fuck? I was over there voting for uh, Russian president. I only get to vote one time in Russia. And I just recently get to vote for the first time in America. And it's like, I don't know. Even in Russia, I never believed that voting actually do anything. The country is so corrupt, it don't even, like, matter. I don't know. I want to believe that that's what's going on, but all the shit that's been uncovered, like the island and the Epstein file, and that the UFO and all of these things that are, they're very serious, they're very big, and we're talking about them. And that's saying, if all of these things that we're talking about is true, that means like none of the elections, none of this shit even matter. That means it never did. That means nothing ever that we thought that we had control over anything, that was never the case. So they like giving us these little things. I don't even know why they telling us those things. If it's that detrimental, if we were to find out about the aliens and stuff like that, it's just it will completely change the entire world, and it will make everything before irrelevant, because we would know how, if it was true or not, whatever happened before. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about the island and Prince, what's his name? Prince Henry, who was there? You know what I'm saying? Like, these big people were there. What were they doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what were they doing there? What's going on? It's crazy. The world is not a good place anymore. But I do want to believe that I'm very like, I'm team humanity. I'm very like pro humanity, in the sense that I believe that there's more good than bad, and maybe sometimes we go through bad things. I still believe that the good will always win. Like, I know that no matter what, even if it's like all religions are not real, and Christianity and Muslims and whatever, and the Jews and all that shit, all that crap, at the end of the day, somebody created us, and whoever that is, they watching over us. I believe that. I believe that it's not all lost, basically. Bitch, it's not all lost. And I'm like big on this, like, all this futuristic stuff, and so I really believe that we will pass these dark times and we will get into a I believe this timeline, whatever this reality, we're gonna push through to the next level. We're gonna push to the next level. Like, expanding consciousness wise. That means different technology, different understanding of science, in terms of like space and time, etc. And I think if we all collectively think like that, that will help. How are you gonna entertain the aliens so they don't kill you? Bitch, I don't know. I'm gonna start working. That's all I can do. I'll be like, hey, look. That's all I got. We're gonna listen. We gotta do our best. We gotta do our best. We gotta pull everything that we have. Uh, but yeah. But you know, somebody was talking about. I don't know if it was Joe Rogan podcast or who. I'll be the first motherfucker to make the aliens laugh. Somebody was talking about actually Epstein purchasing the land or the some kind of territory in New Mexico, and it has something to do with like being near all these sightings. And it has something to I don't know how the discussion went. I don't remember who I was watching, but the discussion went from him purchasing this land, and it has something to do with like government, secret government, some shit, of course. And then it has something to do with the aliens. And then somehow the discussion went into the aliens actually being under the ground. It's like tall white beings. I think they call them tall whites. Let me see. And like somebody saw them. Nevada. The aliens are under the water. Bitch, I think so too. Cause why the hell we don't go there? We go to space, but we don't explore like what's on our planet down there. That's strange. Yeah, it's the tall whites are a race of extraterrestrial beings described in ufology. They are most famously associated with the claims of Charles James Hall, a former weather observer, who interacted with them while stationed in Air Force Base in Nevada. Nevada, not New Mexico. I don't know how that's connected to that. I know why the aliens went to America. Why? I think that I think I don't know about aliens being like real 3D. I mean, I mean like material. I feel like they're for sure interdimensional kind of things that we can't see. Or maybe some people can see, or if they want to be seen, they know how to make themselves be seen. I don't know. They now networking to Young Miami. Oh my God! By the way, remember this incident in Miami in the mall, and it was like a whole bunch of police cars, like hundreds of police cars. I mean, I don't know. It was like hella police cars. All roads were just blocked off by police. Come to the Middle East. Yeah, and like everybody keep talking about how everybody keep talking about this incident. There is nobody talking about the incident. Like nobody's giving a speech about it. Like the police is not talking about, or anybody making anything about that story. It's like very strange. It's funny because my husband is, from time to time, he always like, oh, remember this story? We still don't know what the fuck happened. I'm like, bro, no, we don't know. It's for sure aliens, he said. He loved that story. He fascinated by this story. Come to the Middle East. You know, I think maybe they did before. Like maybe they did like 2000 years ago. Like they went into that region. And they like trying to like you know, make some shake over there. And now they're like, oh, bitch. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Like, you know, if you like read the Bible and you think about it, and you just, you know, even like the Old Testament, you know, and the New Testament, and it just all makes sense that it's something otherworldly ish was going on and is going on, and it's almost if like people live and then they evolve to a certain level, and then we're being sent somebody in a more digestible kind of way and teaching us something new so that we can keep evolving like in the right direction or something, you know. And maybe it's about time we need the next piece of information. Like maybe now it's the time where we're like getting off course or something, or I don't know, bitch. But somehow it's all gonna make sense one day. In my head, I'm gonna put all the puzzles together, or maybe I won't. But I'd very much like to. The military was fighting some giant in a mountain region over there. No, but I heard that. What is that? Candace Owens was talking about the Gilgamesh. Like Candace Owens is another person that's like, what is that? Candace Owens is another person like that you would think like she for sure is not with them, whoever they are. She for sure is not with them. But then you like, if you think about it, nah. If you start thinking about it, okay, so she did this whole thing on Erica Kirk, right? And she's talking about how she this have connection to Jeffrey Epstein and and blah blah blah, and this like she did something in Europe, whatever. Like I don't even care about that story. I'm just saying it as a fact. Like okay, this is what she did, but then she's not telling us anything about Charlie Kirk. We don't know nothing about him. We don't know anything about him. But she was telling how Erica Kirk went to the special gate program or whatnot, this Tesseract school or whatever, and that, you know, that she was and Charlie Kirk was in this special gate program, and it's like Oh, well, so y'all not just random people that just made it into politics, like how y'all pretend to be, you know? But you're not saying that. You're not presenting that fact. You're not telling us enough about Charlie Kirk and your relationship with him and everything that you know. You only like you're doing basically what the rest of them are doing, like creating a narrative a certain way for people to think about this situation in a certain way. You kind of framing it, right? But then you're not telling us the rest of the story because you obviously know something. You know this person that went into this gifted program, right? And that you know that he's so smart and whatever, whatever, whatever. But you don't understand Erica Kirk. So how do you think he got with her? You're not even questioning the fact how these two people would even be together. Because she's saying that, oh, she's this kind of horrible person that lies about everything and makes things up, and we don't know really like who she is, and her parents are shady and her past is shady. But this like Charlie Kirk, this person who was smart and you know intelligent, whatever, she not even talking about that fact that they don't even like, how is that you think he didn't know? Like, let's talk about that. Why would he be with somebody like that? I'm sure he's not stupid to not like go into like family relationship. And if there was so many lies, at some point you just can't like keep up with so many lies. It's like something would pop up, something would be off, or you know what I'm saying? It's just like, and then to your comment about the white meat, uh I was googling him. Hold on. So, and I like Candace Owens, okay? But I still have to question the whole thing because that's what I do. That's my thing. So, her husband, this is crazy because it's now giving me a different, hold on.